Hi guys.
Hi.
It's so nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Well, first of all, congratulations on this third movie.
Thank you.
Last night was the world premiere in Los Angeles. Were you able to go?
Yeah,
I'm still at the
premiere.
A rainy affair.
How was it? Was that exciting? Was that completely invigorating?
You know what was exciting was seeing all the people on the street around outside. I hope people are going back to being normal, standing on a street corner shouting at their favorite influencers. No, it was fun to see people out and about. There were so many people there, even in the rain, which is so rare for LA. As you know, it's a big deal that we have to talk about rain when it rains. But there were just so many fans out. It was just so fun to see people out and excited about something. God knows I haven't been outside or excited about anything in a couple of years.
I think, yeah, when I saw the photos and the videos this morning, I was like, oh my God, I wish I was there. This is so exciting. I feel like people really are enjoying it now because we haven't been able to do anything for basically 2 years. And we've been waiting for this movie for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I was just excited to get a babysitter and go do something with my wife. I would have gone to a premiere for someone else's movie. I don't care. It was just great that it was my movie.
Yeah.
It's a little bonus.
So let's dive right in. I think we can agree that Spider-Man No Way Home is one of, if not the most anticipated movie of the year. It's also extremely well protected from spoilers and theories and fan speculations. How does it feel to write the most guarded script of the year? I don't know if Chris, if you want to go first.
I'm so dumb that I honestly, I had to keep on thinking last night. I think I know that I'm allowed to say that Tom Holland is in this movie. Not as far as I am, because otherwise I just feel like I'm gonna blow it somehow. And for us, it's fun because everyone's so excited about all these things, and so are we. But then it also, so much of this was sitting in a room with other people going, who's in the movie? How do we explain this? How do we get here? Really, are they going to actually do the movie? Or Eric and I are going to go off and write all this stuff. And then you're going to say, yeah, we couldn't get that person. So all the excitement that everyone is feeling, there is so much, for us as writers and working with the other creative people going, and all the people who are like, could we get these deals made? It was just for a long time wondering, is this going to happen? Was this really going to happen? This isn't just like some fan fiction script we're writing, right? Right, guys? That would be a real waste of time.
Yeah, I think what we saw last night when we looked on the faces of the other people we worked on the movie with was like happiness that it was out, and pride, but mostly just relief. Like, oh my gosh, we pulled this off. We crammed, we didn't cram, we elegantly placed, but we got all these characters into this thing. We found a way to make it work, and then the pandemic happened, but we still found a way to make the movie, and everyone's schedules were shifting and this and that. We still found a way for all the actors who we wanted and who wanted to participate to be in it. And, it was just, making a movie is a really hard thing. And this one was just because of the pandemic and because of the sheer complexity of the movie, this was a real tough one.
So how does it feel like writing about iconic characters and villains like the Goblins and their comebacks like Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, all these incredible characters that we fans have been loving for so long? How does it feel to bring them back? It
was surreal because, I said this to someone last night, these are movies we've seen a bunch of times as fans, and we've talked about those iconic lines from characters and the performances of those characters so many times on so many occasions with friends or with other writers, or just as reference to something that was really well done. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you're going to write for that character now. He's in your movie. And so it's exciting, but also you want to make sure you're doing justice. You don't want to hear everyone talk about how you took this thing that was really beloved and then you did a new version of it or repurposed it in a way that was really lame or didn't work, So it was exciting and nerve-wracking.
But the safety net that we had was fans are pretty forgiving.
Of course we are.
The true safety net we had was like, we have a big creative team. You know, Chris and I were not on our own. When you make a movie with Amy Pascal, Rachel O'Connor, the folks at Marvel, and with John Watts, you've got a lot of people in the room, and we really did get in the room together, and we rolled up our sleeves, and it was just one at a time. Let's hone this idea down. There's so many things, and let's just keep chipping away at this rock until, you know, there's the statue thing underneath, and it just so we weren't alone, and that really helps.
It's funny that you should say that, Chris, because I was going to ask you, how do you deal with fan pressure? Because I know fans can be quite harsh, and you know, they love this character and this universe so much. I was going to ask you, how do you deal with this kind of pressure?
I think just being empty inside, being just not feeling anything anymore. I think you gotta, I don't know, you just have to be you have to have such a thick skin. I mean, because we also, I mean, we can be the harshest critics of anything. Yes, our own stuff, but we can be the same sneering person going, oh, that's what they went for, that, like with every, you know, movie or TV show.
Yeah.
And also Eric and I will say, you grow a pretty thick skin in a writer's room. We started in TV, and you're sitting in a room of very funny people who like to also be as cruel as possible to each other in a room on a day-to-day basis, and let you know that your idea might possibly be the shittiest joke that anyone has tried to do in a writer's room in history. So you definitely you get calloused, you know, not in a way that you stop caring, but I think being around, we've played with, you know, we've played with some really, really talented, sharp, funny people, and it just brings your game up, but also it hardens you, and also it gives you a lack of ego in terms of, you just go, best idea wins. Like, I don't care if it was my idea or his idea. We'll all fight about credit someday in interviews, in press interviews. But you know, it's just the fun thing about working on these Marvel movies with Feige and Pascal and Watts and everyone is just like, the egos go out the door, because at the end of the day, well, I guess there is, like, we all want it to be great. We're all fans of this. We all want to make something good. And so, you know, and so best idea wins. And if ultimately we want the fans to be happy, but we're the fans too. And we want to be happy, and we're not going to be happy unless we're pleasing ourselves. And we can just, you know, I know it's a cliche, but you have to please yourself first. And is this really fun and cool for ourselves? And hopefully other people will think so too.
So, requirements to write an MCU movie: be dead inside.
I just try to look at the bright side. Like, with anything that's going on with the fans, I try to look at the bright side, that it just speaks to like a passion for Spider-Man, right? So like, if people feel that strongly, I just try to focus on that I'm excited that people feel that strongly about these characters, and hopefully they'll go see the movie, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. But you know, even if they're being critical or something, it makes me happy that people love Spider-Man that much, and that they have that much passion for him. I
love movies, and every time I just know, as you know, writing for myself, I think we all do, as we're writing anything, you go, what was I, you know, how would I see this? What would entertain me? And it's all you really at the end of the day can do is go, what do I think is a good movie? What do I think is entertaining? What do I think would be a moving character moment? And hope that everyone else can agree, or if not, luckily we have really creative people who go, oh, that's a great idea, but I'm going to do my own spin on that dialogue as I'm acting it. I'm like, shit, that's better. You definitely think about the fans, and you know, oh, I think the fans would think this is cool and everything. But if you use that as your main directive, if you chase that, then that's a losing battle. You have to do what you think is fun and cool, but also just right for the story, and it's going to serve the character best, and you know, tell a solid story, and you know, you try to factor in what you think the fans will feel, but yeah, ultimately you just have to try to make what you think is good.
Exactly. And a vast majority of fans, including me, truly believe that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are involved in some way in No Way Home. And I know you're not going to say, I know you're going to say you need to watch a movie, but what did you think of the theory when it first emerged? And would it be hard to write such a twist in a already very complicated story arc in the MCU where everything is linked?
Well, I mean, obviously that team up has been, fan fiction. People have dreamt about it for a long time. They've talked about it. It's been kicked around by other movies. It's certainly an idea that's been around there. It's very alluring because we're, in the middle of, in the midst of the third version of a beloved movie franchise following two iconic versions of the character. So people go to that place where they want their wish fulfillment, and I guess they'll have to see whether their wish is fulfilled.
That's right.
You wait and see. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Wait and see.
Wait, have you seen it?
I haven't. I need to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, you should see it.
Did I? Good idea. I will.
I think you're going to enjoy it. It's fun.
I will. Yeah. I should see it. Exactly. What changed for you when you had to start incorporating the multiverse in Spider-Man? And when did you know that the two previous movies would come up to this?
When did we know that the previous two movies, Homecoming and Far From Home, would lead to this story?
Yeah. Because I'm assuming that the multiverse is a very complicated thing to incorporate in the story. So
we did not know, for example, while we were working on the last movie, we did not know that this was going to be the next story. It came after that, after a while. It wasn't that long after Far From Home that the gang started to think about this movie. But of course, at that point, Sony and Marvel didn't have a deal to make this movie yet. So we were all just thinking in very loose terms, what is this movie going to be? And if we don't do it with Marvel, then how does that change things? Does it change things? And then once that deal was made and we started going down the road with Marvel, even then we were discussing a lot of different ideas. And so it was only, months into that process that I think the team landed on the idea of going with the multiverse.
Tom Holland hinted before that it might be the end for him, or if he is over 30, still playing Spider-Man, he did something wrong, and fans didn't really know where to stand. They didn't know if this was going to be the last time we would see Tom Holland as a Spider-Man. But Amy Pascal, she said the other day, and that you are getting ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel. Thinking of 3 films. Are you already involved in this project? Did you know, or do you even know what the future holds for Tom Holland as Spider-Man?
Well, this is one where we don't have to say that we're not allowed to say, because we truly don't know. To my knowledge, I'm not aware of any future projects in the works. That doesn't mean they don't exist, but that's nothing that anyone has talked to Chris and I about. I certainly hope so. I love Tom as Spider-Man. I hope there's more, and I would love nothing more than to be involved. But at this point, we don't know.
I hung out with Tom last night a lot. I went to the after party, and so he told me a lot about it. And but I just cannot let you know. I'm sorry.
I'm sure he did.
He's talking to me now. He's telling me. He's saying he's not going to let me know. Both of us. Yeah, he's never going to. Whatever he learned last night, he is not going to tell me.
I've been told by Tom, please don't let Erik Sommers
Don't tell Erik. Yeah.
The one time I needed a spoiler from him.
Yeah.
Would you, if you were asked to keep on writing this incredible adventure, would you do it?
Yes.
Yes, right away. Chris?
Absolutely.
Tom told me I'm not allowed to say whether I Tom's also my manager. He's branching out. He's really becoming like RDJ. He's giving a lot of he's like a guru of he wants to really help shape a lot of people's careers. And for some reason, he's taking me under his wing.
That's really nice of him to take
you. He really should have gone to that party.
Half of our writing team.
He was really, I think, felt guilted that he
should have gone to that party.
To his party.
What does Spider-Man represent for you? It's a vast and large question, I know.
What does Spider-Man represent to me?
I was trying to see if on Zoom you can do that thing that you turn your eyes to dollar signs. No. What I don't know. I think what's so fun about writing, what we've had such a fun time doing with working on, with Marvel and Sony on these, is that the Spider-Man really, obviously being a beloved character, but he really represents so much about what I loved about going into movies to begin with. I mean, growing up with Spielberg movies and Zemeckis movies, is that there's such a fun combination of an ordinary person falling into an extraordinary world and how they respond to that. And I keep on feeling that there's such a great universal to that's inhabited so perfectly in Peter Parker, that it's just he's just a joy of a character to write for, because he really is just someone who's so ordinary that something extraordinary happened to, and seeing him struggle with these extraordinary events and doing it in such a human way and trying to remain human and good throughout it is really, we've had so much fun just in working with those ideas and those characters.
Superheroes are all so fun. They've been such a big part of so many of our lives, from toys to comic books to movies, whatever. But I think what sets Spider-Man apart is what Chris was talking about, that he's an everyday person. He's not there are lots of great superheroes out there, but they have these extraordinary personal lives as well. Peter Parker is just a kid. He's just a kid, and he didn't ask for these powers. They happened to him. And when it comes to wish fulfillment, a kid watching a movie about a superhero, you see a kid who get bit by a spider and got these powers, and you truly could think that could be me. You could be sitting there, a little kid in the movie theater, and watching this and thinking that could happen to me. I'm not a rich billionaire, or I'm not from another planet or whatever. I'm just a normal kid, but like him, and an extraordinary thing could happen to me. And I just think that allows people to access the adventures of Spider-Man in a way that they can't access necessarily all of their superheroes. And that's what's special for me.
I think it is the last minute we have. You have been able to bring such incredible stories about our favorite superhero, one of our favorite superheroes ever, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I was gonna read you something that I thought would be nice for you to hear as an early Christmas present for me. It's just a comment that I read under a video of you two on the red carpet of Far From Home. And someone said, I pretty much know No Way Home is gonna be great because these two are involved, meaning you. They wrote some of the best episodes of Community and the Lego Batman film. These two are gods. And Merry Christmas.
My ego definitely needed that. I did need that boost today, so thank you.
Yeah, after that red carpet last night, I'm not sure.
No, I did. Trust me.
That's good.
There was something that was sent to me this morning, like critics are raving about Spider-Man No Way Home, and underneath someone saying, I hope Chris McKenna and Erik Sommers never write a Spider-Man screenplay ever again.
What? No, they didn't.
Yes.
I don't.
Sorry, you get used to it. You get used. Like we said, you have to have a thick skin.
Well, thank you, Chris, because I was actually ending on a good note.
You got to bring it down.
No, hey, sorry, Santa. Krampus is here.
Oh my God. I wish I could talk to you more. That's all the time we had. Thank you so much for joining me today. Congrats.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
Oh, thank you. And I can't wait to see it tomorrow. I'm actually just
I hope you enjoy it.
I'm buzzing. I will send you an email or something. I will say, yes, that guy was right. These two are gods, or the other version, Chris's version.
Well, thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the movie.
Thank you, and congratulations, and happy holidays.
Joyeux Noël.
Oh, Joyeux Noël. Thank you. Bye.
Go on.